How's it going, guys? Me, David, here for another shave, and today we have a couple stars for you today. First off, the software we're going to use today is going to be the Holy Black Traditional Shaving Cream. You kind of see all the way around right there. This is something that I picked up over at the San Diego meetup. I totally drew a blank there. I don't know what that happened. This was at the San Diego meetup. It was part of the swag bags. So Stephen Vincent must have supplied these. Really cool dude. I was able to meet him a little over a year ago at the Big Shave West. Kind of funny, the way I best describe Stephen, if you haven't met him, he's like the dark side version of Douglas Smythe. Absolute character, cool as hell, but just a little bit more edgy. Where Douglas would be a little bit more bubblegum, Stephen is a little bit more dark side. Cool ass dude. Had some good conversations with him that night. Haven't talked to him really much since. But of course, I've been a little bit more absent in the groups in terms of like the social interaction, except for like the people that I'm like mostly cool with. You guys know. But excited to use this. I've loved the Holy Black since the beginning. Even back when they were using the glycerin based soaps, I really enjoyed them. I had no problem with them at all. They had great scents. They had the sandalwood smoke. They had the gunpowder spice, which I loved both of them. I own multiple pucks of both of them. And now let's check out this shaving cream. This is not an artisan style cream. Judging by the looks of it, this is probably a factory produced. I don't know for a fact, but just the way it looks, it does not appear to be an artisan product. So I know he has a mixture of some factory made stuff and some artisan products. So, and then really excited about this one here. Rich Hansen of Rich Man Shaving sent me this handle. It's purple and gold, which are the colors of the school that I coach for, which is really cool. I went ahead and threw in this 24 millimeter 2-band silver tip knot in it. It's been in there about a day. Just got it and I couldn't wait to use it, so I dropped the knot in there right away. And you know, here it is. So that's gonna be really cool. Haven't used a shave cream in a while. It's just not something that I do much of. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Diego Thermal Scuttles bowl. Forgive the white film all over it. That hard water in California kind of makes them a little bit weird, but that comes right off. But I'm gonna go ahead and take some cream out of here. I'm gonna go a little heavy on the cream since I have not used it before. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know how to lather this stuff. And you know, you can never really go wrong going heavy on a product. I just guarantee this shit works. And what I like to do when I load up the brush, I do not bowl lather, but what I do is I put the cream inside of a bowl and I use it and then I start acting as if I'm gonna do a bowl lather. What that really does is just distribute the cream all the way into the brush. So I'll start it off. So I'll start it off just swirling around. I'm not going to make my full lather here, but it's just to make sure that I get the cream all the way inside the bristles. And then I'll go ahead and go straight into a face lather. And go and get some water on the whiskers. And go from there. This is a nice beefy handle, has some nice weight to it. I prefer big handles. A lot of my brushes will be, you know, a little bit bigger. Just a preference I've had, not always had, because the more and more you shave, the more and more you develop your real set in preferences. Also, a lot of us going through stages and stuff of what we like. But yeah, I've settled in more on liking bigger handles. Very nice. Okay. Now, for those of you guys that are, well, most people are, for those of you familiar with using something like Taylor of Old Bond Street, it's a soft cream. It's definitely very pliable, very easy to scoop out. But compared to this one, Taylor Volt Bond Street is going to be a bit more of a dense formula. It feels thicker in the tub. This one has a little bit more of an airy, light, fluffy feel to it. And it kind of shows in the lather. This is a thinner lather, not a whole lot of volume to it, which I prefer something with a bit more volume. I don't need a ridiculous volume, but this is a little thin for my preference, but it feels very moisturized. It feels real nice on the skin right now. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and go with a straight razor shave today. I'm gonna go with a Kloss razor. This was my first custom restored razor that I've ever got. Actually, just my first straight razor ever, period. So this is just an old favorite. I love the damn thing. And since this, and I've used Japanese and I've used English and German vintage. American vintage razors are so undervalued. This razor right here probably keeps an edge as good, if not better, than every other vintage that I have. In terms of longevity and then the quality of the edge, it's great. So if you're somebody that's looking to get into straight razor shaving and you want to go the vintage route, don't shy away from your first purchase being a less expensive American vintage razor. Because they're damn good. Now they probably won't have the size, the heft as like a Sheffield, but they're damn good. They get the job done. I believe I had this one rehoned a few months back by Caleb McCullough. He did a great job with it. I don't know if you can hear that noise, but we got the dryer going on. It's making a funny shaking, knocking noise here. I'll apologize for that. I was getting into a good flow of doing videos again, and then I got sick, and I got pretty bad sick. Not so much like I was in my deathbed type sick, but just my cough was really, really bad. And I had a really stuffy nose, so I sounded awful, and then anytime I tried to talk too much, I was coughing up a storm. Excuse me. So it just got really, really inconvenient. So it's just, I wasn't in any position to do a video like that. So it was hard to understand. Yeah, the coughing and then just that nasally sounding voice was just ugly. So I wasn't able to do a video for a while. And again, it wasn't for not wanting to. Again, getting into a good flow, and I've been enjoying them. I was down and out, man. Couldn't do it. Well, leathering up for the second pass. Now, I haven't tried none of the artisan soap offerings from Holy Black since they came back. They came back at a time where I really wasn't buying stuff too much anymore. Again, apart from like the occasional event soap or limited run soap that one of my buddies would have, I haven't been ordering too much. People rave about him, you know, he's doing a great thing in terms of the packaging. I know like the Lavender Creeper is like selling for obscene amounts on like eBay and whatnot, for those people that have been trying to resell that stuff. Which is cool, you know, but I have not tried the Holy Black's artisan formulas. Again, I was a huge fan of the glycerin soap. Very, very slick. So what this thing lacks in terms of the density and stuff, it's super slick. Like, this cream is really up there in slickness. It has been a while since I've used Taylor Volt Bond Street, but from what I remember, this is slicker from that. Actually, the experience I'm getting from using this is probably similar to that of like an X-Spec. Super slick. Not the densest lather, but very, very slick. In the description below, I'll try to remember to, what's it called, put a link to where to get this, if it's available. Again, I haven't been on the Holy Black website in a long time. So the lather consistency is pretty good. Got a little bit more water in there. I put a lot of cream in there, so I would hope it would be. And again, since it was kind of thin to begin with, this is pretty good. It stayed consistent throughout. Third and final pass. Very nice. You know, creams, I just don't use them much. Not that I don't like the performance on a lot of creams. It's just I really enjoy the process of loading up on a hard puck, or just a puck of soap in general. It doesn't have to be the hard one. The soft artisan soaps are fine. I mean, not fine, but they're my preference, and I just enjoy actually loading up a brush. So just the experience of using the cream just lacks for me. Also, they have a tendency not to be as good post-shave wise. Like, I use good aftershave, so I don't need a great post-shave, but a lot of creams are pretty inferior in terms of the post-shave. My favorite shave cream still to date has been the Argan shave cream from Ginger's Garden. Like, even this cream here, the slickness while the soap is on there is fantastic. Again, probably second to none, damn near. But just immediately, I'm very tacky, very almost sticky after the fact, and that's something that I don't enjoy when it comes to using cream. That's a very common thing for me, and it may be because of my hard water. Maybe that affects creams in a negative manner. My hard water has been known to affect tallow soap, so where they just don't lather to their best of the, you know, it's not the best representation for all of them, unless it's just one of like the premier ones, like well, I don't even name them. You guys know where some of the best tallow soaps out there, but it's just not my water is just not the friendliest to creams and tallow soap, so you have to be great in order to get the best results. This was fine. Again, the slickness, fantastic. That tackiness that I feel after I actually shave off the cream is Not a big fan of that stuff. And again, that's not really a big knock on the Holy Black cream. That's creams in general. I feel it in pretty much all of them. Again, with the exception of the Argan shaving cream from Ginger's Garden, no shaving cream has really given me much of a different result. Where this one does stand out, the slickness while the soap is on your face is fantastic. I wouldn't be one of those, I wouldn't recommend people to do a lot of buffing after your first initial stroke, because I did feel a little dried out afterwards, a little of that tacky feeling. So try to avoid doing that. In my opinion, you do what you wish. Some people's faces are very durable and you can get away with that. I just don't think this is the best case use for this cream. Let me rinse out this brush so you guys can get another look at it real quick. There you go. Beautiful resin. Again, this handle feels pretty hefty. Really appreciate it, Rich. Thank you so much, man, for sending me this. Again, I always value when people send me a gift of sorts. This will stay in my collection till the day I die. I never sell off or give away anything that's been given to me as a gift. So you know this will have a good home in my collection till my days are done, bro. So I really appreciate you, Rich. You did a great job. Nice, comfortable in the hand. I love this bulbous shape at the bottom. This is a little bit different, but I've always been a fan of like the S7 shape from Simpson. And of course, a lot of people use that shape now. But I've always been a fan of it. So this nice, comfortable bulb at the bottom. It's big, it's hefty, and it's an attractive handle. And I just love that style. That's my preference, and it's gonna fit well in the collection. And it's my first purple brush. I've had this razor for 5 years, and I've never had something to match with it. Now I have a brush that matches with this, so it's probably gonna be used together at all times, which is great. So thank you guys again. Holy Black Richman shaving brush. It was a damn good shave. Again, with the little cons that I have from just, again, using creams in general, it's pretty consistently all the time. Yeah, so it is what it is.